Oh, we are geeks assembled, and I'm joined as usual by Susan doing the old. I can't do it. I ain't got bendy fingers. And this week we are discussing a Star Trek TV series which aired early on this year, 10-part series. Um, we are going to be discussing Starfleet Academy. Um, it's a lot. This one is a bit of a mixed bag. Some fans were very divided over this. So we will go over to Susan for opening thoughts on Starfleet Academy.
Yeah, um, this show is 10 episodes, and it had pretty equal parts schoolish kind of thing and outer space battles kind of thing. Um, it featured one new villain who was played by Paul Giamatti, who was freaking amazing. Oh my gosh. The the impossible to ignore Newsbraka. And wow, that guy was crazy cool. And his voice is now stuck in my head. I mean, you got a good fucking villain when, he's as strong and powerful as like Alex McQueen or Paul Giamatti. And, as someone who's like sort of celebrating our semi-quincentennial here, 250 years of the U.S. Just kind of yay. But he is known for playing John Adams, one of the founding fathers, one of the first presidents. And, so in one mindset, I hear his voice as John Adams. And then the other one that's now like riding roughshod over all of the other experiences is of New Spraga, which is great. And you got to think, uh, is Braga sort of a more punchy version of the name Braga, like Brandon Braga? Anyway, are they making fun of one of the old showrunners? That's what I gotta ask. That was pretty weird. And let me see. The other the other person who only comes in voice is Stephen Colbert, who plays the dean of students. And you gotta have a good dean of students, but you only hear his voice. Maybe he's computerized or something, but it's great. And then I'm really, I really enjoyed the appearance of Tatiana Maslany as Anisha. Um, she was the lead. She played like 10 characters or 20 characters in Orphan Black. All the same clones, you know. And her son Caleb, played by Sandro Rasta, that's a good character. That he was a really good character. had lots of conflicting alliances and conflicting impulses. So that was great. And I have I enjoyed the growth of his character and the growth of, and his achievement of finding his mom, and also I enjoyed the the work of Holly Hunter in this, and Carice Brooks. Those two also have uh, Carice Brooks played Sam, the other holographic character. And the fact that they had a holographic character as someone who wasn't very strong. I mean, you got a lot of strength with Robert Picardo in Voyager, but when you're looking at Sam, you're looking at someone who had to build strength, and that was really difficult for her. Anyway, um, there's a lot of growth there too. So it was an interesting story. Um, yeah. Um, is there anything that you'd like to say on your opening thoughts, Lee? Go ahead.
Well, well, the title is Star Trek. Now, in Star Trek is about going to the stars on a trip, discovering new life, new civilizations. This, to me, is not Star Trek. This is sitting in a schoolroom discussing mucus, discussing who's sleeping with who. Um, it's it, it was awful. I know a lot of fans were divided by this. The only, as you say, the only saving grace for me was Paul Giamatti, and he's only in 3 episodes out of the 10. Um, Great character. Um, Robert Picardo as the Doctor. No, didn't work for me. Sam was so annoying. Holly Hunter, can't stand her. Her voice was doing my head in. A chancellor or a captain, whatever, lounging about, legs over the back of sofas, bare feet. I'm sorry, she's in a position of command, slouching over the captain's chair. I'm sorry, no. Um, the the characters were didn't feel for any of them, and I'm sorry. A gay Klingon wearing a skirt. Sorry, it's a load of bull, and this is why it's got cancelled. Um, this episode where they went out into space and they did have a battle. You think, oh, good episode opener. Then after that, it was all talk, classroom pranks. This guy hates this guy. I'm sorry, but you have a Klingon who likes bird watching. And the guy who plays Jaden, I don't. He's wooden acting. I don't know if he was trying to be trying to sort of emulate Worf, it didn't work. Yeah, I'm glad it's cancelled after season 2. Uh, Thank you, Susan, for making me watch this twice now. But Paul Giamatti, for me, was the highlight of the series. Episode 1, middle episode, and the final episode. Um, yeah, it's just a shame he was in this series. He could have been in a better Star Trek series. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's just it didn't do anything for me at all. Back to you, Susan.
All right, so you didn't like the Captain Malaki. You thought that because of her laid back attitude or whatever.
I, I don't like Holly Hunter. I don't like Holly Hunter at all. Um, I don't. I don't think she's a good actress. Um, she's got an annoying voice, and the laid back. As I say, she's in command, and to just lounge about, feet in the air, bare feet, letting the kids do what they want. No, I'm sorry, but no. Just for me, it was just a pile of crap. And people have seen this at Paramount, and they said they've pulled the plug on this after I think they've already filmed season 2, but they have said that is it. It's ending there.
That was what you said. You
Mm.
were like, and the other teacher is Laura Thok, played by Gina Yashiri, who is in Bob Hart's Abishola, which is kind of a cute sitcom, situation comedy, and um, but yeah, I enjoyed the character she played. Um,
She's a British comedian.
yeah,
She's not funny.
she's not funny.
She's not funny at all. Um, I don't know how she got the part of this.
Oh. And then coming out of Discovery is Jet Reno, played by Tig Notaro. So she was part of the Discovery crew.
Mm, I didn't like Discovery either.
And Charles Vance, played by Oded Fair. Um, he was he was in the committee of Starfleet as they were trying to restart it or whatever in Discovery 2. And yeah, I was I was thinking, you know, when you said that you that you'd already watched it and that you really didn't like it.
Mm-hmm. I
I
still
did,
don't.
I didn't know that it had run so much earlier in the year. You probably watched it in March, right?
Wrong about then, yeah.
Right. Okay. So I was just catching up, I suppose. But um I'm just looking at some of the episode ratings and amongst people on IMDb, it they are between 4.8 and 6.8,
Mm-hmm.
so less than half and just over half. Um, and that to me is really that's really telling because a lot of the time fandoms jump in and try and rate their program. But you're right. If you think that if you've been watching the fandom
Yeah.
discuss this, yeah, I don't know.
It, as I've said, it's visually stunning to look at. Very visually stunning. For me, it's storytelling, writing, and these characters. I don't care about them. They're just- I don't know why on earth this was greenlit as a series. Because the Star Trek is on about voyaging into the stars,
Yeah,
not being stuck at Academy on Earth in San Francisco.
yeah,
Um, as I say, it doesn't feel like Star Trek.
yeah.
Um, I think
There's there's
we went.
a character from not only are there characters from uh, Discovery in this, there also was that the Rock character, the one who was part of Prodigy.
Right, yeah, yeah.
She was she who looks like the Thing in Fantastic Four.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, I've I've got a similar reaction a few years back with another TV series, which I don't know why they made it, set in a school, science fiction show. You know what I'm going to say here, and it absolutely bombed. Class.
Yeah, I thought that class kind of bombed too. Um,
But and this is the same
I
thing.
they
People
didn't
don't.
have, they didn't have they didn't have a long enough arc to with a singular villain. Uh,
I don't know. I mean,
it would have been
it,
more well liked had they had a singular villain. This one had the villain of the the Paul Giamatti character of
yeah, to me, I think science fiction and schooling has had its day. Um,
oh
we had sort of science fiction, fantasy, horror with Buffy, schooling sort of thing there, but that was back then. It went, but nowadays people don't want this. They want adventure. They want to me this was such a slow series. No action at all. I mean, the only action we got really was when Paul Giamatti turned up in the episodes. You know, 'cause that was when trouble was starting. But all the episodes in between, it was just I don't know, boring stories about. one of the students getting married, or one of them who didn't want to be promoted to whatever the chancellor was going to promote it to. I'm thinking, what are they telling? Or the, as we say, the gay Klingon. And I don't want to know any of this. I want science fiction. Um, I don't know. It was just, I mean, it was awful. But I've got to admire Paul Giamatti's acting. I thought I'd enjoy seeing Robert Picardo again, but for me, it just didn't work. Mm. He was better off at Voyager time. Mm. Anything what turned up for you, Susan?
Um, well, I did enjoy seeing Robert Picardo's character because of the Prodigy, the connections that the Prodigy brought him back into it, and the, I mean, the fact that it was linked in to all
Mhm.
of those other shows. Well, those two other shows, Prodigy um, and Discovery. You know, that was interesting, and if they would have, I would have a lot of trouble with this show if they wouldn't have gone to space at all. If the
No,
whole fucking thing had been in the at the at the school, I just that wouldn't have been real to me. Um, it would have been at that point. It would have been very much like class.
yeah. To me, I don't think people are interested in that. They want science fiction adventure, going on action adventures. But you didn't get that here, in my opinion.
Yeah, um, it has to be a jumping off point, I guess, because they do have the temple, the Jedi temple, full of younglings,
Hmm.
and uh, you know, in Star Wars, and they have to. If they don't jump off from that, and they talk too much about what's going on in education, I mean, it's why Clara's character got stuck in Doctor Who and that series with Peter Capaldi, because you know,
I mean, one episode we had in drama class, learning a play. What? Wow, that's great science fiction.
yeah.
Mm, I can see why people turned it off.
I mean, you could make the argument that that did come right out of the Next Generation with you know, Data and his plays and
Hmm.
that whole thing. But
But that was
yeah,
done way,
they
that was
were
done
out
way
in
better.
space.
Yeah, that was done way better. Uh, Anything else what stands out for you, or moments?
Um, the way that News Brockoff played uh, Mir's mom against Ake, against Captain Ake, the fact that they were both part of his past, and they were basically enemies of each other. and enemies of him. That was a really interesting triangulation, lots of
Well, yeah, it has been announced that Paul Giamatti and um, what's the actress who plays the mother?
orphan black actress.
Uh,
Nasali
Paul Giamatti and her are not going to be in the second season.
Tatiana Maslani, or whatever.
Yeah. They're not going to be in the second season, so I don't know. I don't know what the second season is going to be like.
So you know, on some level, Doctor Who got it right the first, like in '63, like just you know, Susan's in school, Ian and Barbara are in school, and they go home. They're, they go to the TARDIS. They don't really go home, but they go to the TARDIS. They try to figure out this thing, and then but the school isn't the whole deal.
Mm. Yeah, 'cause it's only a few scenes, isn't it? And then they're off.
Yeah,
That's what they're doing with this.
yeah. That that is a big part of it,
Anything else, or should we go
and um, and
final
just
saying score?
because we haven't actually talked about this on camera while we're running, um, you have said that this is canceled after season 2.
Yeah.
Neither of us know what's going to happen with season 2, but it's canceled
Mm.
after season 2. And
Yeah.
recently found out that Stargate the plug has been pulled. They were in the writers' room already, having gotten the green light, gotten the cast, gotten some of the script started, and we're going into pre, and that's a lot of grief. Um, and then also after Mandalorian and Grogu, it just doesn't look like there's anything in production right now at all from Star Wars, and so Doctor Who, the the Stargate and Star Wars, and this after this is over, there's just nothing new happening, and I think it is because, now hear me out. I think it's because of censorship. I think that they are really worried that if they do too much outer space woke stuff, the powers that be, the stuff that's happening in Washington, where we're celebrating a birth of the U.S. with a cage fight, UFC fight. What the heck is wrong with us right now? You know, if they're self-censoring, that they're worried that wokeness is a problem. It's a grief. It's a big grief in my art. I don't know what to say about it other than
I'm not a big.
tell
I'm not
what's
a big fan. I'm
going
not a
on
big
in
fan of.
Washington.
Mm, I'm not a big fan of wokeness in any writing, as Russell T Davis has proven. We got to, and that's Creston Burnt.
Yeah, I know that we've had a lot of gunky writing throughout all of this. Like what was it that that Harrison Ford said to, or what Alec Guinness said to some, I can't remember if it was Harrison Ford or, I'm just going to say what they said, and I can't remember who said it to who, okay? But they were reading Star Wars the script, and they said, I don't know, uh, you know, you can't, you just can't read this stuff. I mean, they were like the dialogue was so glitchy. Yeah, so I mean, sometimes writing is a little wonky, but and sometimes sets are a little wonky. But the point of it is that we continue to have these enjoyable science fiction juggernauts. I think that's my opinion.
Mhm.
I love these four things. I love more than these four things. I noticed though that we're back to doing stories based on science fiction books written in the 40s and 50s with Dune and Foundation. I mean those two, but those weren't ever these larger universes with all these books, all of these side stories. What's been really great about this stuff, the four big ones, is that there were side stories and there were long lasting seasons and long lasting story arcs and storytelling, and it's all good on some level, but it just sucks that it's all ending now. Really
Well,
bugs me. Really, 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 really seriously bugs me, Lee.
you can't do anything about it. Hopefully these companies will realise and change their direction. Let's hope so. Final sense score.
Alright, well, I will give this, I'm gonna go a little higher than um, what what the IMDb thing says. They said 4.8 to 6.8. I'll go 7. I'll go 7, 7 saucer sections going to warp. I thought that was cool. It was just a flying saucer. It was very Dalek. It was very cool. Anyway, go on. Your
Uh, uh,
oh shit! Look at that face. He's going.
Sinner's the only thing else problematic, and he only appeared in 3 episodes. So really, I'm going to give this three Furies out of 10.
Oh, that's low.
Um, because he was for me was what brightened the screen up. You know,
Yep.
if he wasn't in the 3 episodes, this would have got a 0. But what can you do?
Oh, wow. Well,
Anyways, that's Lee
he
Kelly.
has
Apparently
has
under
a
the umbrella of
very
Star Trek.
he has
I'd
a
like to thank
very
Susan.
resonant he has
Yeah.
a very resonant voice. It'll get stuck in your head. You
Yeah.
know, the laughter, the maniacal laughter was fucking sweet, man.
Anyway, thanks.
And he
Sure.
also, you read anything by John Adams and you'll hear it in his voice. I mean, it's catchy. He's like Culture Club. His songs are really catchy.
He's going off on a tangent. Ugh.
No, Paul Giamatti. His stuff is catchy.
Anyway, have you guys watched Starfleet Academy? What did you think to it? If you're on the same boat as me, let us know. Leave a message. Are you on the same boat as Susan? Leave a message on this video. Let us know what you thought of it. Also, leave us a message on any of our videos. If you'd like to join us in what we do now in front of the camera, all we need from you is that you could be 18 and over, have a working camera and microphone on the device you use. And also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please remember to press the bell notification button and you'll get notified every time we put up a new video. So that's it, Susan. That's our review over and done with for this week. Do you
Yep,
enjoy it?
I did. Can't believe you went so low on
Well, my parting comment on this video will be: go woke, go broke.
oh.
And there you go. Bye for now.